Peace, family. This is Mr. Holipsism. This is a response video to my own video on the BET Cypher. Um, it's one of my most popular videos, unfortunately, because I have so much other stuff that really should be more popular. But, since this is the one I get the most amount of comments on every day from stupid motherfuckers that don't know what the fuck they talking about. But there was some points that some people have made in regards to that first video that I want to address. First and foremost is this whole thing about me being a racist and not liking Eminem. Listen, if I don't like Eminem and I'm a racist, I have no problem saying fuck that cracker or that white devil or whatever. I don't give a shit about it. But I don't do that. Why? Because Eminem is an MC. Eminem has skills. And the way I feel about Eminem is sort of the same way I feel about MMA. Like when you're talking about real fighters, you you have the real fighters who actually are in the ring fighting, training and working with other fighters and fighting against other fighters every day. They don't have time to be racist. When they get with a fighter, they're not looking at the fighter saying, "Oh, I'm gonna beat this black guy's ass. I'm gonna beat this white guy's ass." They're looking at the guy's skill level, and they respect each other based on their skill level. So the guys who's actually doing it, they don't come to the game with all of this bullshit. But when you go on YouTube, that's where you hear the nigga this and cracker that. Why? From a bunch of niggas on the outside looking in, trying to superimpose and project they bullshit onto the fighters. And it's the same thing in hip hop. When I look at an MC, I'm looking at an MC on a skill level. Now, when I made the statement about Eminem being popular because he's white, that's a fact. You stupid motherfuckers. He even said it himself in one of his songs. He knows that the color of his skin is his drawing appeal. Is it his only drawing appeal? No, it's not, dumbass. But it's a factor in why he's so popular. And the point that I was making in regards to that wasn't like, oh, look at this cracker who everybody think can rhyme and he really can't rhyme. That's not the point. The point was to point out the fact that Eminem is going to do more in terms of whatever he does, whether he does it, anything that a black MC does, Eminem can do it and is going to have more success with it. Not because he's not because he's more technically proficient, not because he's better or he's more talented. It's because he's white. Now, if you want to call that racist, then you're a fucking idiot. You just got your head stuck in the sand. Pointing out facts does not make you racist. Me being racist is me saying that the nigga can't rhyme and I hate. No, that would be stupid. The dude is obviously talented. Now, as far as what I know in terms of seeing, there's too many guys that I know, too many people that I know that are more talented than Eminem. It's not to take away from his talent, and I totally understand why the majority of white people who listened to my last video took offense, because for him, that's your Jackie Robinson. So of course you're going to think he's the greatest that ever did it, because he was a white boy that came in and was able to hold his own. You know what I'm saying? And come with I won't say a new style. There's some fathers to his style, but he is a unique MC. I can't really say that there's anybody out there that he currently sounds like. There's elements of people's style that's in his, and he definitely it's like when I listen to Big Pun, I respect Big Pun, and I love Big Pun, but Big Pun is a son of Cool G Rap, and he'll tell you that. So it's not like I'm going to pretend that Cool G Rap never existed and Big Pun is the greatest thing since sliced bread. I acknowledge the fact that Big Pun is good, but I do acknowledge the fact that he definitely had a father to his style. Now, the one MC who, if you take that MC out of the game, the whole face of hip-hop changes, it's got to be Rakim. Because Rakim had no father to his style. And when he got on the scene, the paradigm changed. Now, Nas is a son of Rakim. If there was no Rakim, there would not be no Nas. Now make the statement. Now the only thing that you could possibly say that if there was no Grandmaster Caz, there couldn't be a Rakim. But then you get you get into the person who actually created, the thing. You're not getting to the person who actually took the style and developed it and changed the paradigm of how MCs rhyme. Rakim was the paradigm changer. When Rakim is post Rakim, well, I should say it's pre Rakim and post Rakim are basically BR and AR. Before Rakim and after Rakim. That's how you judge MCing. And I'm talking about if you just took every MC, put them there, and say, if you take this MC out of the game, how much does the game change? Now you could take Biggie out of the game, but how much does the game change? Because who came before Biggie? Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap, which to me was the fathers of his style. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the lineage that he comes in. But you wouldn't know about this stuff if you don't know about your history of hip hop. You hear Eminem, you hear him on the mic, or you saw 8 Mile, and now you're proclaiming him as the greatest when he took out three actors. And I'm not listen. I hate doing this. I really hate doing this because I don't want to break down Eminem to prove a point. But it just annoys me when you got guys who know nothing about hip hop trying to give you. One guy in my thread said that Eminem was a better MC than Slick Rick. And I left his comment. I hope he didn't delete the comment because I want everybody to see how fucking stupid you are. And hopefully, when they put YouTube in a time capsule, scientists can go back and study your comment to see how much of a fucking idiot you were. If I have to explain why Eminem is not a better MC than Slick Rick, then there's no need for me to even talk anymore. Because you don't know what the fuck you talking about when it comes to MCing and hip hop. So what was the other points? Basically, it's the racism point that was really driving me crazy. And I got a video called The Myth of Black Racism, so you can check that out and find out what I feel about the whole racism shit when it comes to this reverse shit. It's funny how white folks can see reverse racism but can't see racism. You don't acknowledge racism exists, but you can see reverse racism. Get the fuck out of here. Now, there was something else that somebody had mentioned. Racism, they talking about, I think I addressed that with him being the best of all time. It's garbage. He doesn't even make my list. Really. And he's a good MC. I'm not taking away his MC status. He's a good MC, but he don't make my list. There's too many deficiencies that he has. First of all, I can't stand his voice. His voice just does it for me. If I can't take your voice, it's not much you can do about that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like people didn't like Q-Tip's voice. It's a preference, but for me, he doesn't really have an MC's voice. That high pitched shit don't work for me. But he does have his writing ability is bananas. That much I'll give him. And I think even Kumo D said that Eminem and Rakim are like some of the best writers he's ever heard, and I would agree with that. On a writing level, the boy is unparalleled. It's not many people that can write better than Eminem. But in terms of spitting, if you want to know what I like in terms of spitting, or best example of just straight up spitting, listen to Cool G Rap Minute Work. Listen to Cool G Rap The Cool Is Back. Listen to Rakim Let the Rhythm Hit Him. Listen to Follow the Leader. Listen to Redman The Goodness. Listen to Black Thought, The Web. When you hear those records and you hear how those guys acrobatically rock a track, you have an idea of why I feel the way that I feel. So check out those songs. Peace to the people who got where I was coming from, and fuck you to the people who's coming with some you racist bullshit, because you're an asshole. I don't give a fuck what you think. Peace.